Hello, Elko Intermediate School. My name is Mr. Muir, and I'm the school counselor. Today, we are having our 4th BullyCast. We are going to review the no-hit. We're going to have a video from Mr. Smith's school in Virginia. We're going to talk about that video, and then we're also going to ask them some questions. So I hope you enjoyed today's BullyCast. So kids, do you remember the no-hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does the no stand for in the no-hit? Everybody.
No bullying.
That's right. What does the H in the no-hit stand for? Everybody.
Help.
Help. What does the I stand for in the no-hit? Everybody.
Include.
And what does the T stand for? Everybody.
Tell.
Good. Please remember these rules. We always talk about how we have the power to make this a bully-free school, and this is the key to that. At this time, I'm going to introduce Mrs. Hipschman, and she's going to introduce the video for us. So, Mrs. Hipschman.
Hello. Today we are going to watch a video of Mr. Smith's class from Virginia. They also use the Olmeus bullying program, and this will give us an idea of what they do during their class meetings.
Hi, Mr. Muir and Mr. Muir's class. This is Mr. Smith from Virginia, and my PAC class is going to introduce themselves today. We're going to have a shorter lesson, obviously, because we had to introduce ourselves to you today, but then we hope to hear from you soon, too, okay? Happening that the bullying is occurring, or the name calling is occurring. Where is it happening?
Probably over texting.
So texting, not just around in a place, but texting is a good one. Good for the name calling too, right? Facebook. The Facebook, the name calling is happening. How about face to face? Does that happen a lot? Not that much anymore. Not as much anymore. That's kind of strange because when I was your age, we didn't have texting, but. Or the Facebook, but that's really what all that did occur. But it was the same kind of thing. Adults weren't around. It was either on a bus, or in the hallways between class, or a lunchroom when there was no administrator nearby, right? Or before school and after school. So it was always places and times where adults weren't around. What do you think is the intent for name calling? Why are they trying to do that? Why is somebody is a bully, why are they using name calling on somebody else or towards somebody else? Yes.
Try to make themselves look like a cool kid.
All right, very good. So impression for other people's, right, that's true. Impression for other people. What else? Yeah?
To make them feel like they don't have control over what people can do, that they have power over top of you.
Okay, so to grab some power, right. Exactly, that's a good point. I like the word power there. Any other reasons they might do that? Yep.
Because really, they're not they have low self-esteem.
Okay, it could be that they have low self-esteem. Then they maybe find self-esteem how?
By teasing other people.
By trying to tease other people. Good. Yes.
They're immature.
And they could be immature. That's a good point. They could be, being silly, so silly that they want attention, that's the way they're getting it. So that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Right. Thanks, guys. I was using an example that is unfair.
Bye!
Guys, what did you think of that video? Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. The thing we want to talk about right now is, at Elko Intermediate School, are we seeing the same things? Are we seeing that most of the bullying is happening on text messages and Facebook, or are we still having face-to-face bullying? So if you want to comment about that, raise your hand. And does anyone have anything that they would like to share about where they think bullying is happening here? Is it happening on Facebook and text messaging? Yep.
Yeah, I think it's happening on Facebook and texting the most because a lot of people, if they do face-to-face, it's usually at school and they're scared that a teacher is going to catch them.
That's correct. A lot of times bullying's happening where an adult isn't, and sometimes the easiest place to do that is with texting on Facebook, because then there's no adults there, and that's a great point. Any other ideas?
Luke?
Sometimes in sports, people might not have good sportsmanship and they just take their anger out on other people.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And probably when you're playing sports, there aren't always adults around. Like if you're playing soccer and you're in the middle of the field and something's going on, or maybe you have a huddle and the coach is just letting the team talk in the huddle, and sometimes maybe something might happen there. Is that kind of what you were thinking? Any other ideas?
Sarisa?
Like kind of in recess, there's lots of bullying.
And at our recess, the bullying that you see, is it when adults are around, or where exactly out on the playground is it happening?
Far away from the teachers.
Far away from the teachers. And that's where we need each of you to help us out and tell us where it's happening at, so we can try to keep an eye on those particular spots, those hot spots, as we like to say. Any other ideas?
On the bus.
On the bus? Good. I agree. We're seeing a lot on the bus. How do you think you could handle situations on the bus? What's the first step that you could do when you see bullying on the bus?
Liam?
Tell the bus driver.
Tell the bus driver? That's good. All right, and then hopefully the bus driver will let us know, because we've actually had some training with the bus drivers, and they know to come and tell Mrs. Bowersox or myself, so we can try to help you out.
Kayla?
A lot of it sometimes is between halls. Like when I go between halls, there's I see people shoving each other and bumping shoulders.
And the big thing, like we've talked about before, Caleb, is making sure you tell people. You let us know so we can try to get out there. And I know that as much as possible, the teachers try to get out in the hallways too, to try to make sure that they can see what's going on.
Liam?
The bathroom sometimes.
Bathroom. Very good. These are all areas where we're seeing a lot of bullying going on. Now at this time, what I want each of you to think about, do you have any questions for the school in Virginia, for the middle school in Virginia that we just saw, of things that you would like us to try to find out from them about things that are going on in their school with bullying or other issues?
How do they handle bullying?
How do they handle bullying? That's good. Maybe they have the same anti-bullying rules that we have. What do they do individually too? Sometimes, because I'm sure you're sometimes in situations where you might not always have someone to tell, and maybe how do each of them individually handle situations when they encounter bullying?
Hunter?
Do you see a lot of bullying at your school?
That's a good question. About how much bullying that they have at their school in Virginia. Maybe they have more, maybe they have less than us. That's good to know.
Lily?
If you were being bullied, what would you do?
That's a good question. So the actual person who's being bullied, how would they handle that? Okay.
Ashlyn?
How do they feel about bullying?
What are their feelings about bullying? Do they think it's good or bad, like that type of stuff?
Like if they were a bully, do they think it's okay?
Good.
Liam?
How do people bully others at your school?
So besides the text messaging and on the Facebook, what other things are going on in their school? That's good. Let's take 2 more questions for the Virginia Middle School.
Luke?
If you or a friend would be bullied on Facebook or texting, what would you do?
That's an excellent question. How do you handle bullying on Facebook? What do they do? Is there maybe a certain thing that you could do to let the people know who run Facebook that someone's bullying someone else? That's great.
Dakota?
Have you ever seen someone get bullied, and how did you handle that situation?
Great. So those are our questions for you, Mr. Smith's class. Hopefully next time you will be able to answer some of our questions, and we look forward to seeing you again. And thank you for joining us for this BullyCast. And Elko Intermediate School, you have the power to make this a bully-free school. Thank you.